Slack, yeah, the video cut out. So anyway, back to what I was saying, which the bloodline of Jacob goes all the way back to Seth. Okay, the son of Adam. Okay, this bloodline, which was produced by Adam, which Adam had other children, right? Adam had other children, but there's a specific bloodline that Adam produced where the sons of God came to the earth through. And that is, okay, all the way down to the Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man. We're gods on this earth who have been stripped and taken, our power has been taken from us. Let's go back to this video, okay?
Officially, this makes fixing any mutation a simple process. This system has eliminated unfavorable traits such as hereditary diseases or disorders, even from cross-species.
With less burning, itching, and pain from moderate
Mating. These mods have also opened the door for several biological enhancements the Viltrumites are so proud of. Their most prominent enhancements are their incredible strength and durability. On average,
Yeah, they want to turn themselves into gods. So let's go back to Genesis 25 or Genesis 27. That's what I was reading before. Genesis 27, and this is why they hate us, okay? Because, you know, they want access to power that we have and they can't. Yep, Jacob gets the birthright from Isaac. Genesis 27, verse 36. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Now, Esau just lied here, okay? Because Esau's the devil and he's a liar. He said Jacob supplanted him, which he did, okay? But he said he took away my birthright. Jacob didn't take away anything. Jacob made a fair transaction, okay, by the way, and Esau sold the birthright. So Esau is the devil. Esau is the liar, all right? Verse 37, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So he's crying like a little bitch. Okay, he's crying like a little bitch because now he regrets selling his birthright. All right. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, which is why they have everything. They have all the resources. They have all the gold. They have all the military power. They have the ability to colonize and take whatever they want. Okay, this is part of their blessing, but it's a temporary blessing. Okay, until the Israelites are set on top. It says, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shall thou live. Yeah, they're going to be a colonizer, conquering race of people that go around and slaughter, rape, rob, and murder and steal, okay, with their military. It says, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, which they have the dominion right now. Satan was loose for a little bit of time, beginning in the Renaissance. It really started at the time period of the Greeks, but they fell after Rome fell and came back as that second beast, that second beast system, that second Roman Empire, that second pass at dominating the earth. It says that you shall break his yoke from off thy neck, because they escaped from servitude under King David. It says, and Esau hated Jacob. Why does Esau hate Jacob? Why does the so-called white race hate the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American so much? Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So this is what all of the history between Jacob and Esau. The Bible is really centered around two main characters: Jacob, the Israelites; Esau, the Edomites. And this is why throughout history, they've done what they've done to the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, because they have a spiritual understanding that we have the birthright. We are the ones, the true rightful rulers and dominators of the planet Earth. We are actual gods in these bodies, and they're mad about it. They hate the fact that we have it and they don't. Okay, let's go back.
Viltrumites are naturally heavily muscled without the need for exercise. Even the least active Viltrumites typically maintain muscle mass compared to a baseline medium-level amateur decathlete, just from normal day-to-day activities and other biological modifications. However, if they engage in a specific additional exercise and diet pattern, their body will rapidly optimize to take maximum advantage of the new conditions. Their muscle fibers are also astoundingly powerful beyond a Viltrumite's body proportion.
You're hearing about how they manipulated their DNA through left-handed means, through science and all that, to turn themselves into gods, basically. That's what Esau is trying to do.
And grasp each other to assemble new stress compression trusses with powered interstitial joints. This structure reaches the upper physical limit of tensile strength, making Viltrumite bodies nigh invulnerable on a cellular level. They can survive nuclear explosions and can even withstand the intense heat of stars for a short time. The nanobots can also function as short-range tight beam communication lasers when in space.
Which is light, the transmission of light.
All clusters in the brain transmit fully coherent messages in a manner similar to telepathy, thus negating auditory speech in a vacuum, though they require another being with a similar transmission setup for it to activate. Viltrumites also demonstrate a faster reaction time than what would be considered humanly possible.
So that's enough of that. The point has been made.
On average, Viltrumites have greater white matter signal transmission.
Yeah, this is what Esau is trying to do to himself. Okay, let's go back to the scriptures right here. Let's go to Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, "This matters by decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." Setting up over the world, the domination of the world, okay, is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. But it's also Genesis 27, what I just read in verse 40. Okay. Genesis 27 and 40. "And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion." Them having the dominion, Esau having the dominion, is the Lord setting him up over the world, ruling the world as a nation, as a race of people. This is why they're on top, okay? Because they have been they've been prophesied to rule for a specific amount of time. We'll go to Second Esdras real quick, and then we'll close it out. Second Esdras chapter 6. We'll read in the KJV. In verse 9, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, okay, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So when Esau's domination, when his dominion of the world ends, that is when the dominion of the Israelites begins, okay? The kingdom of heaven. That's why Yahushua said the kingdom of heaven is within you. Talking about the Israelites, okay? So when the Israelites gain world control and domination, that is when the kingdom of heaven shall begin on planet Earth, all right? So again, we'll just go back to that first video what we were watching, okay? Let's get to it. Let's go to it because I got it right here.
It says, normally
has the potential to revolutionize medicine, agriculture, and manufacturing.
This is what they're trying to do with their generative optogenetics. Generative optogenetics. That's what they want to do. They want to create a human genome project, a transhumanist agenda. Okay. But they're going to fail, and the Lord is going to bring down their power, and he's going to set up the Israelites, starting with Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm going to close out and give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. We'll say shalom and a Bible ball.